This episode of the Recovery Couch is brought to you by JB Davis at Performance Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. For integrity, service, and unbeatable deals, ask for JB in Centerville and tell them the Recovery Couch sent you. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Triggers and Triumphs on the Recovery Couch. I'm your host, Brandon Couch, and today we're shining a light on a trigger that wears a smile but hides a storm. People pleasing. You know what I'm talking about. The need to say yes when you want to say no. That pressure to keep the peace, avoid conflict, or earn someone's approval, even if it means betraying ourselves. People-pleasing feels like kindness in the moment, but deep down, it's often fear dressed up as love. Fear of rejection, fear of being abandoned, fear of not being enough unless we perform. But here's the trigger. When you live to please others, you lose touch with your authentic self. You become whoever you think they need, and that's exhausting. It leads to burnout, resentment, sometimes even relapse. I've lived it, maybe you have too, but here's the triumph. Your worth isn't tied to what you do for other people. It's rooted in who you are in Christ. Galatians chapter 1, verse 10 says, "Am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or the approval of God?" If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant for Christ. Let that hit. Let it sink in. You were created to be a chameleon. No, you weren't. You were created to be faithful. Not flawless, not agreeable to everyone, just faithful. So how do we break the trap? We pause. We ask, is this a yes out of peace or pressure? And then we learn to tolerate the discomfort of disappointing others to remain true to what God is doing inside of us. Healthy boundaries are not selfish. They're sacred. So if you're in recovery and struggling with people pleasing, hear this. You do not owe anyone the version of you that keeps you sick. You owe God your honesty and yourself the dignity of living in truth. I want to thank you for joining me on episode 10 of Triggers and Triumphs. If this message spoke to you or something deep inside of you, I just would ask that you share it with someone you know, because you never know who's stuck in the same trap, waiting for permission to say no and start healing. Until next time, keep showing up, not for them, but for you. This is the Recovery Couch, and we'll talk to you soon. This episode is brought to you by Greg Swartz at Remax Victory and Affiliates. Whether you're buying or selling, Greg brings heart, hustle, and honesty to every single deal. Call Greg at 937-477-8975 today.